We do a phenomenal job of teaching kids about chemistry and algebra and literary analysis, but very rarely do we actually teach them how to approach grief, which is too bad because on a long enough timeline, grief is something that all of us are going to have to endure. So today, since I've got some people that are really close to me that are really going through it right now, I thought it was only appropriate to share with you something that I didn't come up with, but it's been really helpful for me when I've had to go through grief, and hopefully it's helpful for you as well. When we lose someone close to us, we're given a big, ugly box, and we have to carry that thing with us wherever we go. And this box comes with all the memories and the life experiences that we had with that person that we lost. And if it were just that box, that'd be great, right? Unfortunately, this box also comes with a big ball of grief. And the grief box also comes with pain buttons on every wall. And every time that ball hits one of those buttons, you are stricken with just an unimaginable amount of pain and sadness. And it's crippling, and it leaves you wondering how you could possibly make it through this until tomorrow. It is breathtaking. But the problem is, that ball is so big that no matter how you move, you can't keep that ball from hitting one of those pain buttons. But here's what starts to happen. Over time, that ball, it starts to shrink. And sometimes this takes days, sometimes years, but eventually it starts to shrink again. And without you even noticing that it happened, sometimes even some of those pain buttons start to disappear. And eventually you get to the point where your grief ball is small enough to where you can get back to the things you love. You can balance that grief. There's now room in your life for new experiences, for new people. There's room to breathe again. And you've probably heard that saying that time heals all wounds, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't, okay? You will never get over it. That's not how it works. Throughout your life, that grief ball will continue to shrink, and you will get to a point that you're so good at carrying it, it hardly ever causes you any issues at all. But the most important thing to remember is it will never go away. Nor do we want it to. We want to hold on to that grief ball for the rest of our lives, because every once in a while, sometimes years, maybe even decades down the road, that last little remaining bit of grief ball will run into that last remaining pain button. And when it happens, it will absolutely come as a surprise. You will not see it coming. But when it does happen, it will no longer be crippling to you. It'll no longer cause you great pain. Instead, what it will do is it will remind you of all those wonderful experiences that you had with that person, all those wonderful, terrific memories that you wouldn't trade for anything in the world. And it will make you very, very grateful that that person was a part of your life to begin with. And that's something that's worth holding on to.